So this is a little bit of bonus content from an upcoming video because I actually had a lot of fun shooting this drill. This is obviously a lot different than the type of shooting you see on this channel. This is more of a tactical, I guess you could call it, pistol drill. What this is my first ever attempt at the Chuck Pressburg no-fail pistol drill. This drill is shot at 25 yards on the NRA B8 target. For this drill, you draw and shoot one shot in a time limit of 3.5 seconds. You do this 10 times, and this is scored as hit or miss. Anything outside of the 5.5-inch 9 ring is a miss. And I didn't know this at the time, but you also do get one mulligan in regards to time, so you're allowed one of the 10 shots to be over that 3.5 second par time. And frankly, I wish I had known that because one of those shots just had a lot of movement on target, and I popped that trigger right as my sights were in the black and pulled the shot straight down into the 7 ring, which is pretty bad for me. Now, there's a few things I like about this drill. Number one, it's using the 25-yard timed and rapid-fire target at 25 yards. If you're not comfortable shooting at this distance, you should probably get comfortable. And really the easiest way to do that is to shoot at 50 yards. 25 yards is my short distance, so I'm always relieved when I'm shooting at 25 yards. Number two, I don't practice drawing a whole lot, and obviously it shows, but because this drill is one draw and one somewhat difficult shot, it forces you to get a lot of reps in, with drawing. And for the video I'm making where I shoot this drill, I ended up shooting this drill for an additional 40 shots after this, so I got a lot of practice on. The number three reason I like this drill is because it is unforgiving, and of course these types of drills are meant to be more realistic or draw parallels to the real world, and of course the real world is unforgiving. Lots of these tactical or practical or whatever drills out there have very generously sized targets and stupidly, close distances like 15 yards or 7 yards. Real life's not always so kind, and more important than hitting the target sometimes is limiting the risk to innocent bystanders. Unfortunately, that sort of thing, happens all the time where a cop or whoever strikes an innocent bystander. And I think a lot of that could be mitigated if cops or whoever being taught from the beginning that there are consequences for missing, rather than a lot of the newer doctrine in police departments and other, professionally armed organizations subscribing to the mag dump as fast as possible theory of marksmanship, if you can even call that, marksmanship. Anyways, yeah, after I shot this drill, I wanted to see how some others were shooting this drill, and I guess it didn't, I didn't get the memo or something, but I couldn't find one video of someone shooting this with iron sights. The guy who invented this drill, who's like a Green Beret or something, there's a video of him passing it, of course, and he was shooting an RMR. Also, a couple videos I saw, I don't think were actually at 25 yards because the guy counted 25 steps and said it was 25 yards, which if you've ever done land nav in the military, it doesn't work like that. Your average adult male takes about 64 paces to make 100 meters, and that's every other step. So 25 yards would be about 15 paces or 30 steps, which it is important that you shoot at a true 25 yards, because if you're shooting at 20 yards even, which would be about 25 steps, that target would actually be 50% easier than a true 25 yards. To do the math on that, you convert these targets to an angular measurement, like minute of angle, then punch that minute of angle into an area of a circle calculator, and divide those two area measurements together, and that'll give you your comparison between different targets, or the same target at different distances. Difficulty with distance scales exponentially, so a target that's twice as far away is actually 4 times as difficult to hit. Anyways, yeah, I had fun shooting this. I see myself shooting it again in the future because even the inventor of this drill admitted in the comment section under his video that he doesn't think he could do this with iron sights. This was my first ever attempt, and I hit 8 out of 10. One major mistake and one, just an RCH outside of the 9 ring. I think I could definitely get this down consistently with this stock Glock 17. Which is the same one I shot in my President's 100 video. Go ahead and check that out. And that's good because, like I said, I don't really practice drawing. So this very vain goal of mine will basically force me to get some practice in. So thanks for watching.